We all know the stereotypical image of a firefighter, someone strong and someone heroic, but is this really the way we should look at them? Is there more to a firefighter than rushing into raging fires and saving children from the blaze? The team and I went to the local fire station in Romford to find out more.
Most small fires we tend to deal with the hose reel because it uses less water, and if you're using less it does less water damage in a fire. So with the tank we got on board, that will last us about 13-14 minutes using that. If we need to go to bigger hoses, these ones of water on board will give us about 7 minutes worth of water. If we need to go to a real big hose, we've only got about 3.5 minutes. We can take water out the mains in the street, plug it into the back of the pump here, and then we can take as much as we want out of these 4 deliveries here. So it goes in through there, out through there. Once we're plugged into the hydrants in the street, we've got no problem with water then, we've got as much as we want to use. Of the 2 we've got, this one goes out more than anything. Small fires, small incidents, people shutting lifts, domestic flooding, stuff like that. We just send the one appliance, this one.
I've been at this station 2.5 years, but I was at Shoreditch Fire Station for 5 years before that, and Zoe's been here.
I've been here 2 years, and I come straight from training school. So.
A schoolboy dream for me, I must say. From a small lad, always wanted to be a firefighter. Managed to get in. Not straight away, it took me a long time to get in, but managed it in the end. So.
That locker's the same as the other side. That locker deals with the water supplies. That locker deals with ancillary equipment, toolboxes, lines or ropes as you call them, plastic sheets, stuff like that. The front locker's more the rescue equipment. We use stuff like that on car accidents. That is just basically a big cutting tool. It's a cutting and crushing tool. It comes with its own motor, which is that. It's just a hydraulic pump with a petrol motor on it. It comes with 2 hoses in there. We plug hoses into the pump, into there, and then we can either cut with the jaws with it, or we can use the 2 ties and open it up, and then it will spread things apart. It's useful on car accidents, but there are more useful tools around. For some reason they don't give them to us. They're kept on another specialist appliance. We haven't got one of those here. These are the things we have trouble with people stealing.
People steal, is that regular? Or?
It's been quite regular in the last 18 months, yeah. I think we've had, if you take Barking, Plaistow, Hornchurch, Kingsland Road, Homerton, they've all had sets of this stuff stolen in the last 2 years. It's very expensive to buy, and because it will cut, spread, do anything else, it's very handy to break into places like the car phone warehouse and things like that. You can force up roller shutters with them, cut them apart. So that's why we keep the lockers locked on the machine when we're not around. Even when we are around, there's a locker lock in the front, so you can't actually open the lockers while it's locked.
I think when you're like a firefighter and you're part of a watch, you wake up and you want to go work just to be part of the team, and then everything that you do, it's just everything's
second
like
family, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's like a second family. But then even every time like you go out and shout, it's just like adrenaline rush every single time, and then every time you do go out, you're always helping someone.
Yeah, it's great
if
you get the feeling of helping someone out when they're in dire straits. You can't beat that really. And they come back and say, here's a box of chocolates. Not that we want gifts, of course, but it's just nice to see that in people, that they are actually grateful that you've, seen them with half their leg hanging off and you've helped them get to hospital and they've saved it. That sort of satisfying,
yeah.
Very satisfying.
It's good, like even just like driving down the road and you've got the kids waving at you, like you feel like.
And you're waving back when you should be driving.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Feel famous.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. You do feel good, don't you? And all the other people just.
Yeah,
that's our ground, more or less. Anywhere within the red lines.
Right, are we going to do this?
Is the ground covered by Romford. Goes out as far as the M25 and Hainault Country Park over in that direction. Anything past the M25 is Essex Fire Brigade's ground. This is where the Fire Brigade very kindly purchased some multi-gyms, which is the bit in the middle. It gets used a fair bit, yeah. But now they're going away from weightlifting equipment to more aerobic stuff. Because they decided they don't want big muscly firemen, they want fit firemen. Yeah. So now we've got rowing machines, running machines, exercise bicycles, stuff like that as well to back it up. And this is where the men sleep. Everyone on the station's got their own private locker. You keep all your clothes in it, your spare clothes, towels, washing gear, spare fire kit. Everything you've got basically is supposed to go in that locker. There's just about enough beds for people to rest on when they're not on calls.
I was at the Bethnal Green job and found one of the dead firemen at Bethnal Green, which was not very nice. And that was hot. My helmet melted. Obviously not that one, it's a new one. To get him out, we found the cylinder and pulled his BA set up, and he wasn't underneath it. It had burnt through him, so we got rid of that. And then we found him further down, and he was in a bit of a state. Adam Mere.
I think my first one was a lady who tried to commit suicide and then failed. But then
Jenny from Hertfordshire.
Jenny from Hertfordshire, yeah. Got to know her quite well while she was on the track. She ended up, because we do follow things up, we went to the hospital the next day to see whether she would be alright, but she found out that she did actually die.
What advice would you give to young people hoping to become a firefighter?
Do it and don't give up. If you don't get in, don't give up. 8 times it took me to get in the fire service, and I ended up going in the prison service while I was waiting. So I was a prison officer for 5 years and applied every single year. Then I got into London City Airport as a firefighter there, and then managed to get in the London Fire Brigade. It's the best thing I've ever done.
The London Fire Brigade is constantly trying to prevent fire and traffic accidents by giving the people of London as much information as possible, whether it be persuading young drivers to drive safe or making sure the general public check their smoke detectors frequently. They persist to risk their lives every day to save the lives of others for a living. It can be a rewarding job. It can also be a very difficult and stressful job. There is only one type of person that could do it. Would you have what it takes?